Jesus stepped onto a modern American soccer field as sunrise gleamed across the empty steel bleachers. He wore a simple white training shirt, blue athletic pants, and clean cleats made for the bright green turf. A silver whistle rested around his neck, yet his calm voice carried farther than any sharp signal could. Jesus knew the team had talent, but fear, pride, and selfish choices had kept them from playing as one. One by one, young athletes entered the stadium, surprised to see Jesus waiting near the center circle. Some players whispered nervously, while others smiled and hurried forward with questions about practice. Jesus greeted every player by name, shook each hand, and listened carefully to their hopes for the season. He told them that great soccer begins with strong feet, clear minds, and hearts willing to serve others. The first drill looked simple, but Jesus asked the players to pass without speaking for several minutes. At first, the ball moved slowly because everyone watched the ball instead of noticing nearby teammates. Jesus stopped the drill, gathered the team close, and asked what they had failed to see on the field. A quiet midfielder admitted that they had ignored body language, open space, and the needs of others. Jesus smiled and explained that true awareness begins when people stop focusing only on personal success. They repeated the drill, and soon every pass became faster, cleaner, and guided by growing trust between teammates. Next, Jesus designed a pressing exercise beneath the stadium lights and divided the players into groups. He taught them to move together, close passing lanes, and recover quickly when one teammate was beaten. When a defender made a mistake, Jesus did not shame him or allow others to laugh at his failed tackle. Instead, Jesus showed the defender a better angle and praised his courage for trying again immediately. The team began to understand that discipline could be demanding without becoming cruel or humiliating. During a water break, the captain complained that one winger never passed during important attacking plays. Jesus invited both players to sit beside him near the bench, away from the noise of the larger group. He asked the captain to speak honestly, then asked the winger to repeat what he had heard without arguing. The winger lowered his eyes and admitted that he feared losing attention if someone else scored the goal. Jesus reminded him that an assist can reveal as much courage and vision as a powerful shot into the net. After the break, Jesus created a fast counterattack drill with 3 attackers facing 2 determined defenders. Again and again, he urged the ball carrier to draw pressure before releasing a teammate into open space. The winger finally passed at the perfect moment, and the captain finished with a calm shot past the keeper. Instead of celebrating alone, the captain pointed toward the winger and pulled him into a joyful embrace. Jesus watched quietly, knowing the most important victory had happened before any official match began. Later, dark clouds gathered above the stadium, and heavy rain began striking the roof and shining turf. Several players expected practice to end, but Jesus moved the session beneath a covered training area. He taught close control, balance, and patience while thunder rolled beyond the giant video screens nearby. Jesus explained that difficult conditions do not create character. They reveal what training has already built. Each player practiced receiving the ball under pressure, protecting it, and choosing a simple next action. When the goalkeeper grew frustrated after dropping a wet ball, Jesus walked calmly into the penalty area. He took several shots himself, increasing the speed while encouraging the keeper after every difficult save. At last, the goalkeeper caught a powerful strike and held it firmly against his chest despite the rain. The entire team cheered, and Jesus reminded them that confidence grows through repeated, honest effort. The next evening, the stadium filled with families, school children, veterans, and fans wearing team colors. Bright lights illuminated the field, Music echoed through the stands, and cameras followed every warm-up run. Jesus stood beside the bench as head coach, calm amid the excitement of a packed American soccer night. The opposing team scored early after a defensive mistake, and frustration spread quickly across his players. Jesus called them together and said the scoreboard showed a moment, not the full truth about their courage. He asked them to return to simple passes, protect one another, and trust the lessons built during practice. Gradually, the team regained steady control, moving the ball from side to side with patience and purpose. Before half-time, the midfielder intercepted a pass and found the winger racing into open space on the right. The winger could have taken a difficult shot, but he crossed toward the captain, arriving near the far post. The captain scored with one touch, then immediately thanked the winger as the stadium erupted around them. At half-time, Jesus praised their unity, but warned them not to confuse one good goal with a finished mission. He adjusted the formation, encouraged the tired defenders, and gave the substitutes clear roles for the second half. The deciding moment came late, when an opposing striker fell awkwardly after challenging for a high ball. Although a counterattack was available, Jesus shouted for his players to stop and check the injured opponent. The crowd became quiet as both teams gathered, and the medical staff entered quickly from the sideline. When the striker stood again, the stadium applauded, and even the opposing coach nodded toward Jesus. Play resumed, and the captain later scored the winning goal from a patient sequence of unselfish passes. After the final whistle, Jesus led both teams to midfield and thanked them for competing with honor. He told his players that trophies eventually gather dust, but courage, mercy, and teamwork shape lasting lives. Under the brilliant American stadium lights, the team lifted no trophy, yet every heart felt transformed.